Yeah, I'm going to present what the North American Invasive Species Management Association is. I'm going to talk about who we are, a little bit about our programs, and then how I'd like you all to get involved. So a little bit of history and who we are. We are a membership-based organization. Right now we have about 150 members, but we are growing. Mostly land managers, federal, it's a wide range of folks, federal, state, and local agencies and nonprofits, land trusts, all kinds of folks. Our board of directors are represented from across the United States and Canada, and we are also growing our connections into Mexico so that we actually become truly a North American organization. Formerly, the group was only terrestrial focused. It was called the North American Weed Management Association. Back in 2013, the board of directors, through some strategic planning and discussion, decided that there is a growing movement to be all-encompassing of all invasive species, and so now we are including aquatic invasive species concerns in our efforts. So I'll talk a bit about our programs. We have 5 main programs: mapping and app standards, WeedFree forage and gravel certification, our Play Clean Go program, professional development, and our annual meeting. So I'll talk about each one of those. First, our national mapping standards were developed going back at least, I have to say, maybe 10, 15 years, I'm not sure. I've been the executive director of the group just since September of last year, so I'm still learning all about the history of where we've been. So the national mapping standards were developed with partners all over the country, especially the University of Georgia Center for Invasive Species and Ecosystem Health. NAISMA's, our mapping standards are now in the U.S. National Management Plan for Invasive Species that is, it's under congressional review right now. I'm not sure what the status of that is at this point, but it is in a national management plan, and we hope to be able to announce soon that that plan has been accepted. Secondly, we have a WeedFree forage and a WheatFree gravel certification program. So how this works is an entity, and it could be any entity, any government, it could be even a private business, signs an MOU with NAISMA to be a certified weed-free forage or weed-free gravel area. And when they do that, they agree to a set of standards and protocols, and a representative from the group attends our training that is held every year at our annual meeting. That individual is trained on identification skills. Usually everyone already has all the invasive species identification skills that they need for their particular area, but it's just sort of a place to make sure everyone gets the same standard training. And then those people are then, when they pass that training, they are certified to train practitioners in their area to go out and certify areas for weed-free forage, and certify producers of weed-free forage or gravel pits for certified weed-free gravel. So historically, since our organization, our members have traditionally been from the West, we're just starting to talk with some folks more in the lower Midwest, and we're trying to move east. And so we're going to work to kind of make sure our standards work for those areas as well. But right now, most of our entities that we have MOUs with are in the West. But certainly this pertains to anywhere in the United States. Next slide. Oh, there we go. Next, I'll talk about Play Clean Go. Play Clean Go is a program that was started by Minnesota Department of Natural Resources about 4 years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. Sue Burks was their coordinator there who started it. She still is running it. But it quickly grew beyond Minnesota's borders because they were so open and generous and just let anyone who wanted to use the materials to just go ahead and use them. So what it is it's a basic, it's a message, it's a brand, it's a logo that it clearly tells recreationists to clean their gear before they go on to their next destination. I'm curious if anyone in New York has started to use this yet. I don't know that we have a partner yet in New York, but at any rate, so the brand and the logo quickly became very popular, and a lot of, so Minnesota DNR started to get a lot of requests from entities wanting to use it. And it has grown beyond Minnesota DNR's capacity to manage the program. So they reached out to NAISMA, and so now it's clear that this is a message that works, that fits with everything we're trying to do to try to standardize and help everyone across North America remember to clean their gear before they move on to their next destination. So NAISMA is in the process of taking over the program through a sort of tiered MOU, three-phase process. Right now we're developing sponsorship for the program, and we're hosting actually a summit in conjunction with our annual meeting this coming October. So basically, it's not just a logo, it's actually a library. There's a library of graphic design materials that Minnesota DNR's graphic design team actually is available to customize any sort of graphic material for a particular area. So here's just a few examples of some different advertisements or messages that were developed. Give invasive species the brush off, stop invasive species in your tracks, were ones developed for trails or terrestrial areas. Work, clean, go is a message that was put together for, I think it was Department of Transportation. And we're also getting into some aquatic messaging. So any partner, and so first of all, anyone can sign up to be a partner. It's free. Right now you go to playcleango.org, and that is Minnesota DNR's hosted website. We'll be in the process of taking that over, but for now you can just go there and sign up to be a partner. And then you get access to all of the graphic design material, the entire library. You have to agree to adhere to their graphic design standards, but not a big deal. And then you can work with their graphic designer to customize any materials that you would like, or if you don't have your own graphic design team. So it's great, it's powerful, it's been really successful, and now we've got partnership in Canada. The Canadian Council on Invasive Species is managing Play Clean Go expansion in Canada, and we're in conversation with the organization Conavio in Mexico to take over the Mexican aspect of the campaign. So it's exciting. I'd love to talk more about that, but I'm going to keep going so we don't run out of time. Next program I'll talk about is our professional development program. I'll talk about where we're at right now. We have developed a series of online courses that we offer through our website, taught by Randy Westbrooks down in South Carolina and Becky Westbrooks. There are several courses. You can sign up for one or all of them, although it's recommended not to sign up for more than a few because they are college level. It can be, it's designed to not take up too much time for a professional, but I'll let you go to our website and check out the full curriculum, which is posted there. It's basically, it's an online professional development program to train invasive species field specialists at any stage of the game. You could be someone who's been doing invasive species work for 20 years. You could be someone who's just getting started. Randy comes with over 25 years of experience doing invasive species management, trainings, and management at the national level. Let's see. We're in discussion right now about whether to phase out or incorporate the online courses in our Certified Manager Invasive Species program, which was started maybe 10 or 15 years ago, and we're not sure whether it actually fits the needs of invasive species professionals or whether simply just providing the online courses is something that suits the needs of members and folks in the invasive species management community. And then finally, our annual meeting is, of course, a great opportunity to come together and network, bring folks together from all over the country. This year we'll be in Reno, in the beautiful foothills of Lake Tahoe. So I definitely encourage everyone who, if you'd like to learn more about NAISMA and connect, and in fact, we will have one of Randy's trainings will be at the meeting on that Monday, the first day of the meeting, and we'll have CEU credits available. And so, in fact, if folks on this call, if you let me know that you'd be interested in getting CEU credits for pesticide application in your state, we will work to get those CEU credits available through New York State. So lots of sessions. I'll let you go to the website and look at our preliminary agenda, but they will span all aspects of aquatic, terrestrial, and forest health and invasive species concerns. In addition to fun networking, like I said, there'll be a Play Clean Go Summit on that Monday afternoon to learn more about that program and lots of other great stuff. So just, I guess to wrap up, I'm going to just focus on again, who we are and why I hope that you all will join us. We are focused on land managers who are, I mean, all of you are who we want to involve and get involved in what we're doing. You are the ones out in the field and your staff and your volunteers. We want to make sure that everyone is basically on the same page with invasive species standards, protocols, and to kind of facilitate communication among everyone across North America. Our strategic plan is to continue to grow our programs, improve membership engagement, continue to use and grow our use of social media to better communicate what we're doing. We want to enhance that Certified Manager of Invasive Plant program, either by enhancing the online courses, maybe adjusting the online courses to what folks actually need. But what I am really focused on and really excited about is making NAISMA the voice for invasive species management. So right now we have incredibly active, wonderful, amazing invasive species management groups across the country. But for the most part, all of the groups are focused within one state. And that's great for, this group is particularly, I think, it seems like you're really good at communicating with each other, knowing what everyone is doing, but it's also important to know what people are doing across borders. And not just knowing what people are doing, but communicating and finding out if there are common needs that we can communicate to our elected officials, to the national and federal agencies, and to basically have more power in controlling how invasive species management works across the country. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need to grow our members. We need more support. So I am hoping that some or all of you will consider joining us and getting involved. I think some of these points are redundant, but one of our goals is by 2019, we have at least 500 members from across the continent. So we'd be going from 150 now to, well, more than tripling, which actually is not that much when you think about, we've got 50 states. If we have just 10 people from each state, it's actually not too unreasonable, and I think we can do it. So again, I want to just give a plug to check out our website, check out what we're doing, encourage you to get involved, come out to our annual meeting in Reno, or take an online course. The summer semester has already started. However, if you're motivated, or if you have someone who is super motivated, you probably still can sign up and just kind of cram through the first couple of weeks of Randy's curriculum. So thank you for having me, and I'd open it up for any questions. Here's our contact information, website, Facebook, Twitter, email, phone. Please reach out. Let me know how NAISMA can help you. And yeah, so I'll open it up for any questions or discussion.